literally just told me this was a recent picture. How recent are we talking about? Because according to you, this picture was taken last week. So what's the truth? Like, you ain't got to lie, Craig. You ain't got to lie. Channel, it's your girl Leah Lore here, and I'm back at it again with another video. Yo, every time I do that I scream of laughter because why am I like this? If you are a returning subscriber, hey girl, hey, how are you? Hey friend, I hope you're doing wonderful, fabulous, beautiful, amazing, and that's on period. And if you are a new subscriber or a new person just watching this video, hello, hi, my name is Leah. I make videos, I do story times, I do hauls, I do a little bit of this, a little bit of that, you know the vibes. But in today's video I am actually going to be doing a story time for you guys, and this is a quick one. This is like a, okay, I hope it's a quick one, but this is the story time about how I got catfished. So let's just jump right into it. So this story was when I was in middle school. I want to say I was in like 8th grade or something like that. Was it 8th? Oh, I was in 8th grade going to 9th, so it was like the summer that I graduated middle school. So I have a group of friends that I've known for a really long time, and like we did a thing where like when we were in high school we would all like go back to school shopping together. So because we didn't go to the same high school, we wanted to like do a bonding thing, and just like shopping was our bonding thing. So every summer before school started we would do a back to school shopping trip. Usually we would link up at one person's house and her mom would drive us to the mall. We used to go to Woodbury Commons because we just didn't want to go to Kings Plaza. I'm from Brooklyn if you didn't know, but we didn't want to go to Kings Plaza because, so we wanted to go to Woodbury because they had all the stores, they had all the different like outlets, all the higher brands and stuff like that. Even though we weren't really buying nothing high end, Woodbury was just bigger, it was far away from everything, so it was kind of just like a girls trip for us. Anyway, so this was 8th grade going into 9th grade, and again we were all at my one friend's house. We're gonna name her Raina. So we were all at Raina's house. It's 4 of us including myself, so we were at Raina's house. And when we were younger, for some reason we used to do something so weird. Like literally we would go to Raina's house if we were sleeping over, and we would just talk to strangers. Yeah, I know, not really the smartest idea, but like it happened. It's in my past. Don't comment nothing about, oh my god, that's so stupid. I know it was stupid, like, but it happened already, and that's why I'm telling y'all the story. So we would go online using like these different websites. If y'all remember Omegle, it's like a website that like literally it connected your camera to somebody else's camera. So like the two of y'all would come into like a random room together, and like you would just talk and chat. But I think there were like restrictions on it if I remember correctly. So you would give people like the maximum age that you want for a person you're talking to, and the minimum amount. And I guess that's only to like ward off predators, but to be honest with you, people be lying, so it wasn't a good idea to begin with at all. Anyway, so I'm really sick, but so anyway, we are on, I think my friends, I talked to my friends about this recently, and they said it wasn't Omegle, they said it was AIM. So apparently we were on AIM, and we were just talking to random people, just like randomly. I don't know how we did this because AIM was a lifetime ago for me. I really don't remember anything about AIM except my screen name. My screen name was Lucian Hottie 383 period. I remember that. But anyway, so we were on AIM talking to random people, and my friends are off in a corner all talking to the same person collectively on one person's phone. Meanwhile, I'm on my own for whatever reason. I honestly don't even remember why I was on my own, but I was on my own on a laptop. I think it was Raina's laptop, and I'm talking to a stranger. So I end up in a chat with this boy. His name was Chocolate Boy, and I was like, okay, like what's this about? So the chat gets connected to us, and I see his little like icon in the corner. Mind you, I couldn't even really see like the whole picture. I could just get a glimpse of what he was working with. He was this white boy, and he had like that little bowl cut. You know the cut like Zach and Cody had in like Sweet Life? That's the one. He had that one. And he was wearing a suit in the picture. I remember the suit. Like, I vividly remember this. He was wearing a black suit, but he was wearing like only the pants and the vest, and he was wearing a red shirt under it. It was like a bright red shirt. So when the thing connected us to each other, I was like, why is your username Chocolate Boy and you're like white? Like, I wasn't trying to be rude or like discriminatory. I was just wondering, like, why is his name Chocolate Boy? And he was like, oh wow, it's like that, huh? And he was like, my name's Chocolate Boy because I really like chocolate. Like, it's corny, but that's the case. And I was like laughing, and I was like, oh, that's cute. And so that's how we started talking. So we get to talking, and we are talking the whole night. And when I say the whole night, I mean like I got to Raina's place at like maybe 9 or 8, and me and this guy started talking at about like 10 o'clock, and we were talking up until like 1. And I know that's like not that many hours, but believe me, like we were at it consistently from the time we started to the time we ended. I think the only time we had to take a break was he said he had to go do something for his mom at some point, and I was like, all right, bet. But he left the conversation there. He was like, I'll be back in like 10 minutes. So I was like, okay, cool. So we're having a conversation, and we aren't really like flirting with each other or nothing, because at the time, you know, I'm really not good at math, but I think I was 14 at the time. Yeah, I was 14 at the time, and according to his profile, he was like 16. So when we get to talking, he tells me he's 16. He tells me what school he goes to and stuff like that. I didn't tell him what school I went to, but we were just talking. And, you know, it wasn't nothing romantic. We weren't flirting, no, nothing like that. But we were just chopping it up, really. Like, we liked the same things. We had a lot in common. He liked Harry Potter. I liked Harry Potter. We talked about what we were watching right now. All these things, like things about our childhood. Like, it was funny, and it was a good time just to talk to somebody like random that I didn't know. But to have a shared experience with someone that you've never met before was just like so fascinating to me, because all the other times my friends and I were talking to random people, like, we were really just taking a piss. Like, this wasn't a looking for the love of my life type situation. We were just young and dumb and bored. Like, that's what we were doing. So with him it was different, because I felt like we had a connection, but it wasn't like a romantic connection. It was just like a good, like, strong friendship connection. So we're talking the whole night and stuff like that. And so I get to asking him about his profile picture. Like, why are you wearing a suit in your profile picture? And he tells me that his he went to his aunt's wedding recently, and he took that picture. And it was just funny because something was happening at the time. I don't remember the story was, but he gave me a whole backstory on it. And I was like, oh, that's funny. Ha ha ha. Anyway, so it's about like, I want to say like 3 o'clock in the morning now. Mind you, we were supposed to be up early because we had to drive to Woodbury. Like, Raina's mom had to drive to Woodbury, and we had to get up early because we needed to get there at a good, decent time so we would get the shopping done, get some lunch, and then get back home at a decent time so that our parents could come collect us. So I have to be up early, but my friends are up. We're awake, okay? We not sleeping. We wasn't sleeping. So I'm talking to this guy the whole night, and I think at about like 3 o'clock in the morning, like, he's like, I'm gonna go to sleep soon. And I was like, oh, okay. So he's like, but before I go to sleep, I'd really like to, you know, video call you. And I'm like, I don't know too much about that, because mind you, I already have my headscarf on. Like, I don't know about y'all, but once my headscarf is on, nobody's FaceTiming me. Nobody's FaceTiming me unless you're like my boyfriend or my best friend. Like, nobody needs to see me looking like this. I'm just saying. So I was like, oh, I don't know about that. He was like, I really don't care what you look like right now. I just want to see you because I've been talking to you for so many hours. Like, don't worry, I'm not gonna do anything. Like, I'm decent, I'm fully dressed. Like, if you want, you could cover your camera until you see what I look like. And so I was like, oh, okay, like, that's fine. So my friends already knew that I was talking to this guy for like hours because they were off doing their own thing, and so they would see what I was doing. They would like check in with me. And so I tell them, I was like, yo, like, he trying to video call me. Like, I don't know what to do. So I was like, he trying to video call me. And so my friends was like, how is he gonna talk to you? So I was like, I don't remember how we started talking to each other on video call. It was either Uvu or Skype. It might have been Skype, honestly. So he was like, all right, so I'm gonna Skype you. And I was like, all right, bet. So now I'm sitting on the bed. I take off the head tie. Like, Lord knows you ain't gonna see me looking crazy like this. So I take off the head tie and I'm like sitting on the bed, and my friends are behind me and we're waiting for it to connect. So as it's connecting, my chest is like hurting me because my heart is beating mad fast. I'm like, oh my god, like, why am I getting so nervous? Girl, I was nervous about everything. Okay, I had an anxiety disorder. I was nervous about everything. But I was real nervous, and my friends are like cracking up in the background. They're like, yo, chill. And so the screen is like loading because it's connecting our two cameras together, and then it stops, and I'm like like, I'm just waiting to see his face. He comes on the screen, and when I tell you, I started screaming. The reason I started screaming is because I did not expect what was on the other side of that camera. I didn't expect it. He didn't look like anything like his profile picture, like nothing at all. And I was like, what's this about? Like, literally, the guy on the screen was different from the person in the picture, because the person in the picture had clear skin, the person in the picture was slim, the person in the picture has a little Zack and Cody cut and everything. This guy was not that. Like, he was a heavier set guy. He had like pimples all over his face, he had glasses, like he wasn't the same guy. And so I was like, oh, like I think I was in shock because I didn't expect another person to answer the call. Granted, I knew that since I was talking to a stranger, anybody could be behind the screen. To be honest with you, it could have been worse. Like, somebody could have been on that screen exposing themselves. It could have been a grown man. It could have been anything. Like, we were really dumb for being, you know, for talking to strangers. But like I said, it happened in my past, so whatever. I just want to tell y'all, if you are young, do not talk to strangers on the internet, because people out here being weird. People will kidnap you. People will sell you into sex trafficking. I'm not trying to scare you, but honestly, sometimes you need to be scared. Like, be careful about who you talk to on the internet, because it's a scary world out there, and people are really out here trying to hurt you. So be careful, seriously. Like, be vigilant. Anyway, so I am shocked, and I screamed. Like, I literally yelped like out loud. And I remember this because I was like, I just let out a scream, and then I closed the laptop, and my friends was like like, they were shocked because the person who I showed them was not the person on the screen. So they were like, yo, what just happened? And they were like clowning me, making fun of me. They're like, yo, like, who is that? Who was that? Like, he was like, oh boy lied to you. He lied to you, this, that, and the third. And then I was like, after a while, like, I think like the next day, he sent me a message. He was like, good morning, it was really nice talking to you last night. And so I was like, oh hey, like, it was really nice talking to you too. I'm sorry about what happened last night. I think like I was just in shock a little bit. So he was like, LOL, what were you shocked about? So I'm like, I didn't expect that. And he was like, that what? And I was like, I didn't expect you to look so different from what you look like in your profile picture. And he was like, oh, that was taken a few years ago. You know, I've gained some weight since then. I've been under a lot of pressure, so my skin has broken out. And my thing is, you just told me this was a recent picture. You literally just told me this was a recent picture. How recent are we talking about? Because according to you, this picture was taken last week. So what's the truth? Like, you ain't got to lie, Craig. You ain't got to lie. You ain't got to lie, Craig. You ain't got to lie. Like, I was like, why are you lying to me? But at this point, like, I didn't ask him why he was lying to me, because I didn't want to make him feel bad, and I didn't want him to make him feel like I stopped talking to him last night because of how he looked. It wasn't because of how he looked. It's because what he told me was different from what I saw. You know what I'm saying? And it was just like a massive amount of like mistrust. Mind you, like, we had only known each other for a few hours, but because our conversation was so good, like, you didn't have to lie to me. You don't know me from a hole in the wall. Like, I'm just some random girl you talking to. Like, why are you lying to me about what you look like? We still have the same things in common. We still pretty much, you know, we vibe. Like, you don't have to lie to me, bro. Like, what was that about? So he's still capping in these messages, talking about, oh, it was taken a few years ago. I'm sorry if I disappointed you. I was like, yo, you didn't disappoint me. I don't understand why you couldn't just tell me from the beginning that you don't really look like that. anymore. So he was like, oh, I'm really sorry. He's like apologizing to me profusely, and I'm like, no, it's okay. Like, I'm assuring him that it's fine, but I'm just saying, like, and I told him, I was like, hey, the next time you talk to someone, whether or not it's like in a friendly way or in a romantic way, like, just be honest with them, because if somebody can't appreciate you for what you look like right now, like, they're never gonna appreciate you at all, and they're especially not gonna appreciate you lying to them. So I was just telling him, I was like, you know, like, just be honest with people, because you don't have nothing to lie about. That's it. And that was the end of that with him, because I don't know, it was just something quick. But that's the time I got catfished, y'all. It was a few years ago, and thank God it never happened again, because I don't think my heart could take it. You know, one more catfish and I would be down for the count. I would be down for the count. But you know what? If you watch the story about the time the guy lied to me, okay, he lied to me about his age, he lied to me about basically everything, I should have been done. I should have stopped talking to people, period. But I didn't, and I guess that's what I get for being stubborn. Maybe that's on me. But yeah, that is the end of my video. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you like this video and you are new to my channel, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to your girl. Subscribe to the kid, because you already came this way. You came this far. You might as well just like, comment, and subscribe. Stick around, because I always got more stories. Yeah, my life is a mess. I always got more stories for y'all. So stick around so you can catch my Storytime Sundays every single Sunday. Yeah, follow me on all my socials that will be linked down in the description box down below, and also in the end credits. Thank you guys so much. I love you, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.